Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I am Ron Nicoletti. It is Thursday afternoon, just a couple of days away from the Pegasus World Cup presented by Run Happy. But we got 10 races to look at. Let's go to Pete Aiello with those track and weather conditions.
10 races on a Thursday program as we officially kick off Pegasus World Cup week here in South Florida. We did have some overnight and early morning rain, so we were washed off the turf almost as the fifth race stayed on. The others came off. The main track started good, and again, race 5, the only race left on the turf. We'll kick it off on the main track at 5 furlongs with maidens of the 3-year-old filly variety. They're in for a price tag of $25,000. Scratch the 6, 11, and the 13. A field of 10, but all the money was on number 1, La La Lee. Racing at Gulfstream. The big favorite, La La Lee, begins right on the money and quickly opens 2.5 on Bella Bionda, who comes away in second up between horses. Depura Changre now third. Nice Adventure picking it up well wide, but she's all the way up into a joint second now. 3 clear of Asnavoir. On her outside is I'm a Ginger, then a Beautiful Day from down toward the inside. A gap of 3 to Shell Phone and Amelia Strong, and still at the back is Catalina R. Around the far turn they go. Nice Adventure on the outside. La La Lee toward the rail. They're 5/16 from home in lockstep and 4 ahead of a third running Bella Bionda. Then it's Depura Sangre with Asnavoir on the outside and I'm a Ginger. Quarter of a mile from home. La La Lee comes away with the lead. On the outside, a Nice Adventure tries to cling to her second. Well clear of Asnavoir, who's running home for a slice. Down the center and I'm a Ginger. Final eighth of a mile and Barrios and La La Lee prove they're just too much pony in the first of the day. It's an odds-on winner. It's super stable. It's La La Lee, gate to wire. Second is Nice Adventure, very close for third. A Beautiful Day and Asnavoir. Number 1, La La Lee, humbles the competition, making her first start of a 3-year-old campaign. Huge class drop for this daughter of Handsome Mike, and she wins as the odds-on favorites should. Trained by Amador Sanchez for the super stable, Hector Barrios on board for the winning ride. 9, Nice Adventure with a good debut. She was second, ahead of the 3, A Beautiful Day, who also made a career debut today and ran home a bit to get third. For the second race now on the start of the early pick 4, claimers at 6 furlongs in for $16,000. Scratch the 6 and the 8. The favorites were 7, Probably Grace, and 10, Magic Girl. And they're off. Absolutely picture-perfect beginning. From the inside, it's Golden Knoll. From the outside, it's a Fondi, and they're headed off for a hot and heavy early duel. Away racing in third is marching in. Out of their fourth goes Magic Girl. Gap of 3 to the favorite, Probably Grace, who's 3 wide. Joplin's toward the rail. Second last, Lady Archer, and the early trailer is Don't Get Cozy. The speed is on up front. Toward the rail, it's Golden Knoll. Toward the outside, it's a Fondi. In third and marching in, a gap of 4. Hard-ridden fourth is Magic Girl under Sias. The favorite is fifth inside, Probably Grace. Gap of 3 on the outside, Lady Archer ahead of Joplin, and Don't Get Cozy's at the back. Inside 3 furlongs from home, these top 2 have done each other no favors, with a Fondi coming away with the lead. On the inside, and Golden Knoll fights back second, marching in his third. Magic Girl's a driven fourth. Lady Archer's gaining ground, as Probably Grace is trying to quicken with her. Through a 46-second half-mile, Joplin is next, and they're at the top of the stretch. Many chances here. On the outside in a Fondi, here's Lady Archer with a split stream trip now for Torres, and Lady Archer strides forward to take the lead. Don't Get Cozy's about to claim second, but Lady Archer's the race winner. Lady Archer at 2-1 kicks clear with authority to win by 4 in the end. Second, Don't Get Cozy. Up third is Joplin, then a Fondi. It was the other favorite who got the job done here as number 4, Lady Archer, set off a quick and contentious early pace and weaved through traffic in the stretch, getting into the clear and kicking on by for the money. Under jockey Christian Torres for trainer Joe Orsino and owners Joe Orsino and Lenny Kahn. Lady Archer, a 2-1 way to start the early pick 4. Time for a commercial timeout. Still a lot of action to come. Don't go away.
No medication, no problem. Run happy, standing at Claiborne Farm.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon, 1 mile over the main track. Maidens of the filly and mare variety, 4-year-olds and up here. Field of 7 went postward. The favorite was the 1, Wajiha. And they're off. Bounced hard at the start, was first in command. Good start inside for Navasha and Wajiha. Newcomer Gina's Gem is now being put into play early. And in fact, Gina's Gem out in the center for Bravo will take the lead and take in stronghold to lead by 2. Navasha second, Wajiha third, first in command on the outside fourth. Back to fifth goes Halafia, then comes Canadian Sunset, and the early trailer is Sing Song Bird. Out of the chute and on to the main course at a 15-1 price, it's Gina's Gem through a sharp quarter of 23-1 who leads by 3. Navasha now moves through inside of Wajiha to take second, racing in fourth and first in command. Halafia is third last, Sing Song Bird is second last, and Canadian Sunset is now last of the 7 as they head to the half-mile point. With the advantage, it's Gina's Gem past a half mile in 45-4. These are big numbers being put up by the leader. She leads by 4, first in command, now challenging Navasha for second. Meanwhile, Wajiha is still in range, but she's being worked on, and she's lost a bit of ground as they move past the 5/16. Can Bravo and Gina's Gem keep this up? They lead by 4. Navasha trying to go after the leader second, first in command, made a move to take second and then backpedaled. Meanwhile, Wajiha's doing no running of any kind after 3/4 and 1:11 flat. It's Gina's Gem still the target. Halafia's making ground. Navasha gets first run with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Joe Bravo trying to get one more furlong from Gina's Gem, but on the outside, Navasha comes to call. Gina's Gem digging down. Navasha right alongside. Navasha now powers past. It's a 7-2 winner. It's Navasha in front. Gina's Gem ran a heck of a race when making her debut. She was second, Halafia third, and 138-1. Favorite never fired her best shot. Not a fan of the main track, it appears. A horse who was a fan of the main track was your race winner, the daughter of Giants Causeway. Number 2, Navasha, who gets a 7-2 victory under jockey Paco Lopez, trainer Christophe Clément in the Cheyenne stable. Number 3, Gina's Gem, ran huge to be second. She's one for the list. I, for one, will be going in on her next time. We go for the fourth race now on the main track. This race off the turf at a mile and a 16th to the first finish line. Maiden claimers in for $32,000. Bettors like number 2, Elusive Molly. And they're off. Clean beginning for the favorite Elusive Molly, who's headed off for the early lead. In the center, Kisses for Tizzy has speed. On her outside, Big Boss Lady trying to get over and hustle to challenge the leader. On the far outside goes Positive Power. Next, Josepha with Unicorn Sally toward the rail. Out the back door early is Midnight Bella in the charge around the first turn. The two favorites get acquainted with Elusive Molly holding inside position and a neck advantage over Big Boss Lady in the 2-path second. They've gone 2.5 clear of Positive Power, who's third, inside and fourth in Josepha. Back to fifth and Unicorn Sally as the speed is on up front. Out the back door are Unicorn Sally and Midnight Bella, Kisses for Tizzy alongside. Opening quarter 23-2, strong seconds here as Elusive Molly bids to make all and leads by a length and a half on Big Boss Lady, who's now struggling to keep up early. It's a gap of 4 to Positive Power, who's clearly third behind a 46-3 half mile. Unicorn Sally is now fourth. Moving up to take fifth is Elusive Bella, 3 clear of Josepha, and Kisses for Tizzy is last. They went through the opening half mile, and the first finish line is in use here, so Elusive Molly strictly the one to get. She puts away Big Boss Lady, who was a brief challenger only, and is backpedaling as Unicorn Sally claims second. Midnight Bella is now third. Positive Power is fourth. But after 3/4 and 11-2, this is all about Elusive Molly. Elusive Molly less than a quarter of a mile from home and about 10 on top. Unicorn Sally is second. Toward the inside, Midnight Bella third. Positive Power is fourth. But she took the lead from the outset, and she's widening her advantage. It's Elusive Molly, 4-5. And quite frankly, it's easy money as she's wrapped up and geared down with many lengths to spare. Unicorn Sally is second, and Midnight Bella third. Number 2, Elusive Molly threw the knockout punch in this race right about the 5/8 mark and just widened the advantage after that, winning easy under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. for trainer Mike Maker and McGive Him 6 LLC. Nobody could get anywhere near Elusive Molly. Unicorn Sally was second, and Midnight Bella third. Let's go to the fifth race now. It was on turf to start today's Rainbow Six, a mile and a 16th the trip. Scratch number 4, Biandetti's Choice, a field of 6. Favorites included the 2, Here Comes Jackie, and the 5, Lovely Lovey. And they're off. Here Comes Jackie away quickly from the inside. At the rail, Night Watch put into play early. Far outside, and Charlotte the Brit, Trilby between horses. Lovely Lovey's at the back, and with her is Cassidy's Smile. In the charge past the wire, the first turn, Castellano's going to get an easy lead with Here Comes Jackie. She leads by a length and a quarter over an outside running Charlotte the Brit, who races from second. Night Watch parked at the rail and racing in third with Trilby in the 2-path fourth. Cassidy's Smile is next, and Lovely Lovey's in no hurry at this stage. Last of all, as they chase Here Comes Jackie. Here Comes Jackie at 9-5, went 24-2 to the opening quarter and leads by a length. Gaffleon has Charlotte the Brit in the 2-path second. Night Watch is a pocketed up third. Trilby is close enough, if good enough, while racing in fourth, and Cassidy Smile. And at the inside, Lovely Lovey. All riders content with their positions at this stage as they head 5 furlongs from home. With the advantage, it's Here Comes Jackie in front, 3 parts of a length. Charlotte the Brit on the outside is second. Night Watch has had a good seat. She's third at the inside. Trilby is now fourth, and Lovely Lovey, and trailing the field is Cassidy Smile. That's the 6 of them as they swing to the far turn through a 49 2/2 mile. Here Comes Jackie, still the target. Night Watch cries for racetrack as Charlotte the Brit ratchets up the pressure. On from fourth and Trilby. Then Lovely Lovey and Cassidy Smile, 2 by 2 by 2 as they run for home. Castellano shakes the reins and Here Comes Jackie, wants to re-break and still has the lead. Night Watch still looking for room. Trilby's into the clear. In between horses and Charlotte the Brit with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Here comes Jackie the leader, Trilby, and on the outside, Lovely Lovey. Lovely Lovey takes a surge at these top 2, but the top 2 are still kicking clear. It's now Trilby to the front. It's Trilby to win. Second is Here Comes Jackie, Lovely Lovey third, then Night Watch, Charlotte the Brit, and Cassidy Smile. 142-4. 7-2 on your money if you were a Trilby fan, as she made a barn change here today. Got a good trip under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. and proved best inside the final 1/8 of a mile. Trained by Dominic Schettino for the Flying P stable, it's Trilby in the 5th. Time for a commercial timeout. The late pick 5 is next, right after this. Back now for race number 6 on the program, the start of today's late pick 5, off the turf on the main track at a 5-furlong trip. Scratch the 3, 4, 6, 7, and the 9. Favorites were the 5, Paula Andrea, and the 10, Note to Selfie. And they're off. One of the favorites, Paula Andrea, was a step slow, and then bobbling badly was Note to Selfie. So no easy time of it for the public picks here, although Paula Andrea has found her feet, and she now takes the lead for Santiago Gonzalez. Prospective Diva, a huge stretch runner, is now all the way up into second, ahead of Stronger Cat third. Note to Selfie, she's 3 wide while fourth, and at the inside it's Sammy's Car. So can Paula Andrea outrun Prospective Diva at the 5/16? She leads the opening quarter, was just 23-3, and that makes sense as the big closer sits only a length and a half off the lead, and the lead is still held by Paula Andrea with a 1/4 of a mile left to go. Vasquez has inside position for Prospective Diva too, so everything her way off the top of the turn, and here she comes. Prospective Diva, you can't let a closer sit that close to a speed horse and expect to outrun him, and they won't, as Prospective Diva has leveled off and will win easy at 7-1. Paula Andrea is second. Prospective Diva is in front. Paula Andrea second, Stronger Cat third, and then Note to Selfie. disaster if you backed any of the favorites in today's sixth race, as number 5, Paula Andrea, was off a step slow, and number 10, Note to Selfie, bobbled badly 2 steps out of there. The trip went to number 2, Perspective Diva. Perspective Diva has a huge late kick, and she proved that as she sat close to the pace and ran up the score. Miguel Vasquez on board for Joe Catanese III in the Southern Classic Racing Stable. On to the 7th race now, the start of the late pick 4, 1 mile the trip. Starter allowance optional claiming horses in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 6, Pango, a field of 6. Favorites included the 1, Yodelehihu, and the 4, Salsa's Return. So Long Chuck was first to get underway, and he'll reach out for a clear advantage, but Yodelehihu will have something to say about that. He's down toward the inside and up to challenge. Away in third is Lil Commissioner, far outside an Empire Power, back to Salsa's Return, and Royal Coup is last of all as they exit the chute. So Long Chuck was intent on getting a clear advantage, and he has it now. He leads, but only narrowly, as Yodelehihu put into the 2 path by Zayas to challenge for the lead. Third is Lil Commissioner at the inside. Salsa's Return claims 4th. Back to 5th in Empire Power, and the trailer is Royal Coup. Opening quarter reasonable enough, 23 and 4, 5 furlongs from home. So Long Chuck leads by a length. Yodelehihu is second toward the rail, and Salsa's Return now third. His barn bunny, Lil Commissioner, is back to 4th. Second last, while unhurried at this stage, is Empire Power, and Royal Coup is last. 46 and 1 for a pretty swift half mile as they quicken things up big time in the second quarter. So Long Chuck still has the lead. Yodelehihu on the outside, now only a neck off the front. Racing in third is Lil Commissioner outside of Salsa's Return. Then it's Empire Power and Royal Coup. They run to the top of the stretch now. Zayas took a confident look over his shoulder and took over with Yodelehihu. So Long Chuck fights back from second. Here's Salsa's Return into the clear, floating Lil Commissioner wide, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3 quarters, 1:10 and 3. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. Yodelehihu comes away with a 2-length lead. Salsa's Return, loose and charging on the outside. Here's the 10-year-old Salsa's Return to take on Yodelehihu, who digs deep but cannot stay with Salsa's Return. A 2-1 winner. Yodelehihu was second. Up third was Empire Power, then Lil Commissioner. Favorites run 1-2 to start your late pick 4 is number 4, Salsa's Return. Kicks on late, getting the money under a Misael Jaramillo for Joe Bessiker and Jorge Navarro. 1, Yodelehihu got a good trip and was outrun late, while second. They were well clear of the others. Let's go to the 8th race now and start the late pick 3, 5 furlongs on the main track. This race was off the turf. Scratch the 1, 3, 4, and 5, a field of 6. Favorites included the 2, Cajun Casanova, and the 7, Iberico. And they're off. Down at the inside, Cajun Casanova, one of the first to break the line with Mind Your Own Biz on his outside. These two hook up and fly along ahead of 8 Wasted No Time, who's now racing in third. On the outside, and Henry's World strides into 4th. Second last early is Dio Forte, and Iberico was last. Cajun Casanova on the inside, Mind Your Own Biz on the outside. They continue to battle big time with 3 furlongs remaining. It's a gap of 2.5 to 8 Wasting Time. Third, Henry's World on the outside. 4th. 3 clear of Iberico, who's inside of Dio Forte at the back, with Cajun Casanova a 1/4 mile from home and a neck on top. Mind Your Own Biz on the outside. Second, Iberico starts to run on pretty well for Gaffleone. He's 4 wide, but coming after the leader with less than 3/16 to go. Up top, Cajun Casanova now by 3. Iberico is up to second, but Cajun Casanova has a kick, and look at him get away. Cajun Casanova took a licking and kept on ticking. He's 5 in front. Iberico second. Third was 8 Wasting Time, then Dio Forte in 57 and 3. Really not a surprise to see Cajun Casanova win this race. What was a surprise is that he took so much pressure early and still had plenty in the tank. He won, but he won easily after going quickly. The son of Cajun Breeze proves that he is a real racehorse, getting the job done nicely under Miguel Vasquez. Miguel for his riding double today. Mike Yates is the winning trainer for the owners and the breeders, the Shady Brook Farm.
Well, Fazig's family, basically. Some of the guys that work here I've known for 30 years.
Great customer service. I'm not only a buyer with them, but I'm a seller.
There's a lot of different things that sometimes you need at a sale, and Fasig Tipton is there every step of the way.
They show year after year that they're ethical and they're fair, and they enjoy what they do. But when you're around people that have a combination of all those things, you can't lose.
Back now for race number 9 on the program, a 6.5 furlong allowance race with a field of 6. Off-time favorites included the 4, Bel Tapiseri, and the 5, Frosted Grace. And they're off. Good start for Bel Tapissiere from the center. Frosted Grace is on his outside, moving between horses. Get Hammered now is a joint third. Benefactor is at the rail, third last. Color Guard is second last, and the early trailer is Royal Earn. Down the backstretch they go with Bel Tapissiere and Tyler Gaffleone in front by a neck. Frosted Grace keeps the pressure on second. Benefactor trying to secure rail running third. On from fourth and Get Hammered, then Color Guard and Royal Earn at the back. Opening quarter was rock solid, 22-1 as they kicked to the far turn. Bel Tapissiere hounded every yard by Frosted Grace on the outside. Castellano still trying to save that valuable inside position for Benefactor, and now he does just that. Here comes Benefactor down inside to challenge the top duo. 4 wide, Color Guard is in the hunt. He's now only a neck behind. They line up across the course here. Get Hammered is next, and Royal Earn finds his best stride and comes on next. They're at the top of the stretch. 4 across the course here. Benefactor at the rail. Far outside, that's Color Guard from between horses. Frosted Grace. These 3 kick on. There's an eighth of a mile to go. Benefactor down inside with the lead. Down the center, Color Guard from between Frosted Grace. Nobody gives an inch. 16th to go. Color Guard on the outside. Benefactor toward the rail. These 2, it's Color Guard. Color Guard beats Benefactor in a thriller with Frosted Grace third, then Royal Earn in 1:15.3. Today's feature race did not let down in the excitement department as we had 4 across the course turning for home. That became a 3-way battle, which ended up being a 2-way go in the closing yards, with number 3 Color Guard registering an upset victory under jockey Edgar Zayas. He was much the best horse, in fact, as he was widest of the 4 battling for the lead. Trained by Jorge Navarro for the Imaginary Stables, 12-1 on Color Guard as Navarro runs 1-2 with Benefactor, a game runner-up. Let's go to the 10th and final race off the turf, main tracking it here at a mile and a 16th. Maiden claimers of a $16,000 caliber. Scratch the 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Racing rarity here, even money shots, 2 of them in fact. The 2, 8, ain't enough. And the 3, Donegal Aces. And runners away. Slow beginning for Skyline View. It was a quick beginning for 8. Ain't enough, who's headed off for the yearly lead. Donegal Aces is going to run with them, and the 2 favorites get acquainted and move 2.5 clear of Skyline View, who's very wide. Wolf Pub is down at the inside for Gary Bain, and Perfect Enough is between horses as Donegal Aces gets clear. Donegal Aces leads by a length and a half. 8 ain't enough. Now races from second at the rail. Wolf Pub is third. Perfect Enough is fourth, and at the back, while wide, Skyline View. Opening quarter complete in 24 seconds flat as Donegal Aces and Irad Ortiz Jr. lead by 2. Second is 8 ain't enough. Third is Perfect Enough. Fourth is Wolf Pub and Skyline View at the back. No change in the plot. We are going to the first finish line here. Donegal Aces is strutting his stuff up front. He leads a length and a half. 8 ain't enough is up on the outside seconds, and the 2 even money shots are about a length off of each other behind a 48 1/2 mile. Perfect Enough is the third choice, strides into a clear third. Gary Bain asking for more from Wolf Pub, and Mitchell's asking Skyline View to quicken. He's last of all as these top 2 begin to go further and further ahead of the others. With the advantage, it's Donegal Aces by a length and a half. Now Juarez giving some rein to 8 ain't enough to try to get on terms. 7 or 8 lengths clear of Perfect Enough. Wolf Pub is next, and Skyline View's at the back. 5/16 from home now with Donegal Aces on top 2.5, trying to throw the knockout punch from 8 ain't enough, who's flat to the boards but starting to gain a bit of ground. Well, of a third running Perfect Enough, then Wolf Pub and Skyline View top of the lane. 8 ain't enough on the outside of Donegal Aces. Donegal Aces drifts, but drifts clear and drifts with a length and a half lead. 8 ain't enough is clearly second. These 2 well clear of the others. Donegal Aces, a gate-to-wire winner for Danny Gargan by a length and a half. Second is 8 ain't enough. They were a zip code clear of Perfect Enough, who's in a picture for third with Skyline View, then Wolf Pub. The betting public could not have been more right in today's 10th race as the 2 favorites ran first and second. The third choice was third, the fourth choice was fourth, and the fifth choice was fifth. As the win goes to the 3 Donegal Aces under jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. for Corms Racing, Donegal Racing, and winning trainer Danny Gargan. It's Team Tax in the finale with Donegal Aces beating 8 ain't enough and Perfect Enough a mile back third. Skyline View was fourth, and we had multiple winning tickets in the Rainbow Six, just south of $2,000 for a 20-cent return, a carryover of more than $3.2 million. However, jackpot guarantee of $4 million as we march forward to a Friday card that begins at 12:35.
And that wraps up the Thursday action. We'll be back here on Friday with a 10-race card. The Pent ultimate day before the Pegasus World Cup presented by Run Happy. And not only that, it is Beat the Expert Day, and my buddy Akeisha Courtney is up. You pick more winners than her, you got a chance to win a cool polo shirt. Just go to GulfstreamPark.com and get all the information. Good night. Good luck.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.